Thank you for joining us this afternoon on our technical webinar all around InTouch Unlimited. My name's Shannon Fisk. I'm the marketing manager here at AVEVA Select Gulf, and I'm joined by my colleague Monza Kahani, who is our head of training.
Hi, Shannon. Hi, everyone. Thank you. Thank you for joining.
Thank you. So before we do get started going through the agenda, just to let everyone know, your lines are muted. But if you do have any questions at any point, feel free to put them into the chat box. We will be doing a Q&A session at the end. So yeah, put any questions in there. This webinar will be recorded as well, again, just to let you know. And there is also a document shared with you in the materials section for you to have a look at afterwards. So, agenda for today. We're going to go over the legacy of InTouch and why it is part of such a bigger picture than just being a HMI. We're going to look at what's new in AVEVA InTouch 2023 RT and why people should be looking to upgrade and moving beyond a traditional HMI. We're going to look at the unlimited bundles as well as some ideal use cases and why it matters for you and your customers. Then we're going to be going into some live demonstrations before telling you all about the AVEVA InTouch community. Once we've covered all of that, we'll be going into the Q&A session. So, the legacy of InTouch. Where did it all start? InTouch has been around since 1987, and there is a reason why it is the #1 HMI in the world. Not only because it's legendary ease of use, but because, well, it's used in over 200 plants worldwide. There are over 1 million licenses sold worldwide across all industries. So we know that we live in a world where information is at our fingertips in our day-to-day life. So why shouldn't it be the same with your HMI? So it is it's available on web and mobile. So all that information is on demand all the time. When we're looking at the bigger picture, so how does InTouch fit into the bigger picture of your journey as a business? As I said, starting out back in 1987, it was the first HMI that actually worked with Windows, and it was also the first HMI that was vendor agnostic. So throughout the decades, there has been lots of development, and as I said, it's part of a bigger picture. So whereas you may start off with InTouch, as you move and you grow and you need to scale, there is all sorts of other solutions available within the AVEVA ecosystem of solutions. So we have things such as system platform, and then moving to the enterprise level where we have unified operations center, we have AVEVA control, operations control, and then we move through to all the ongoing developments with your favorites like system platform. We do lots of events and workshops to get constant feedback from customers. So I know there's a lot of system integrators on this webinar, so you will all know about the Enable events. So that was launched again back in 2023. I know that a lot of you have signed up for this year's event in June in Berlin, so hopefully you'll all enjoy that. But all these constant events, webinars, there's different forums, they are all to get this constant feedback loop so that all these solutions are being developed based on what it is that you need from them. So yeah, it is all part of a bigger picture. So now I'll pass you over to Monza, who will go through the more technical side of things.
Thank you so much, Shannon. I will take it from here, the latest InTouch 2023 R2 and what's new. And what are the new features? There is a lot of new features. Here we are highlighting the modern and the most important ones. So for example, we have user-defined type. It's a new type. And we will do it and we will demonstrate it in the demonstration after this presentation. So it's a new type that allow you to make the model and to create a reusable structure. It's, if you're familiar with system platform, it's a little bit like objects, very easy to use and very fast. We have a smarter graphic editors, no more adding the tags inside the graphics and animation. You can simply drag and drop. A big part which now InTouch is compatible and support SVG scalable vector graphics that you can download it from the internet, and now you can import it directly into your symbol editor. Give you very vast of options. OPC UA is now more compatible when you can create your tags, and you can drag and drop the tags from the OPC UA directly within your InTouch InTouch WindowMaker. You can see them all. So this connectivity is improved. Alarming has been improved as well. Now you have something called alarm latching. Then before, when you acknowledge an alarm, the alarm disappeared. If it's returned to normal, now it's fixed. And the credential have been modernized, and it's changed, and it's better, way better. Before, the credential was started with the scripts. Now you can have a credential manager. No need for these scripts to add your credential. The credential manager can manage your credentials, the username and password, inside an application and across all the applications. Now, why you need to upgrade now to InTouch 2023 R2? I'm myself an old legacy InTouch guy. They started long time ago, and I saw it in my own eyes that InTouch, with every new version, it's adding new stuff. Now it's very simple. To be honest with you, in 1 month, I familiarized with the new user interfaces and UXs. I will show it how it's changed a lot, and it's very easy now. Everything is there in front of your eyes, and the security has been improved. Plus, with a better alarming and modern scripting, this will boost the operator efficiency. With all these features, and as my colleague Shannon said about the roadmap and even looking at the future, they make InTouch ready for tomorrow. They add new features, and they are adding new features because InTouch, even if one of the oldest, even if not the oldest product, it's still a hot spot. It's under support, it's under development, and under future roadmap. So this is for InTouch 2023 R2 as a version. We have a new bundle called AVEVA InTouch Unlimited. It's a package, so it's not just an upgrade. This is a commercial package when you have a modern SCADA solution designed to scale, unlimited tags and clients, native web access, Historian is there. Part of this bundle, it have a centralized licensing that makes things way easier to manage. It will reduce the complexity. No WindowMaker license required anymore. And you have a built-in redundancy, plus it's ready for the IIoT, Industrial Internet of Things. So what is this package in details? We have two main bundles. So these bundles, perpetual bundles, we have alarms, scripts, all these features that we discussed in 2023 R2 are available for both bundles. The tags, we have unlimited number of tags in both professional and standard bundle. We have unlimited number of web clients, InTouch Web, Historian Client Web, and reports, unlimited number in both bundles. Data logging, it's there, plus a Historian. You can have a Historian, 5,000 Historian tags for the professional and 500 Historian tags for standards. Now here it started to becoming a little bit different between the two bundles. RDSs, remote desktop services, and Historian client desktop, you have unlimited numbers under professional. You don't have it under standard. Communication drivers, plus MQTT, the IO server. You have professional IO server under professional InTouch Unlimited bundle, and standard IO server or standard communication driver under the standard bundle. Workspace, this is a feature that you have it via InTouch Web Client. It exists in professional. not in under standard. OPC UA server, so InTouch now can become a OPC UA server. It's under professional as well. AVEVA reports, you have an AVEVA report with unlimited tabs and clients under professional. Other than this, you have a redundant configuration available for both standards, and it's available at 50% discount. So what's about this architecture for unlimited? I'm taking an example of professional here. We have, if we are using InTouch professional architecture, the same old one. It's all together in window viewer, WindowMaker, Historian client are there, Historian, the server, OI server report, plus the unlimited RDS for professional with clients. This is how it is the new architecture, scalable, very simple, and you can put these clients, web clients, and the RDSs wherever you want. Now with professional, you will have a duplication of your servers. Now Window Viewer is becoming a server because it's here and there, and it's have the licensing with redundant can support the two sites, and you can manage it from an external WindowMaker. This architecture is best for low-end HMI application. It's like to give some example of targeted use case. We have water pump stations and treatment plants, building management systems, discrete cooling facilities, product lines, utilities and infrastructure, edge applications, and so on. You name it. So why it's matter for you? As we discussed, we have a reduced license cost and complexity. You have a flexible architecture with thick, thin, and web clients, low-code platform speed up the development. InTouch, everyone knows InTouch, how reliable it is. You have stable, reliable performance with minimal troubleshooting, built-in security that is being approved and up to date with the standards for every version. And we have a local support available in KSA, Saudi, Emirates, and Qatar. Plus, we have a free training included in the bundles. This is a new announcement we are doing with this bundle. Now let's talk about the demonstration. I already have a server here. I will demonstrate few things. So first of all, we go like the old one to the application manager. In here, it will look at it. The first thing you can find a little bit of modernization in the system. And if you go for tools, you will find security, credential managers, node priorities, OPC UA. Those are some of the new features. Talking about the security, if you click on it, you will have the InTouch developers and InTouch, InTouch operators and InTouch developers with built-in groups, and you can add domain groups or local users. In this, you will find how this security will work under the node properties. You have the same application development, the NAD, etc., etc. But here in security, you can enable local working directory and integrity, and you have a standalone InTouch application folder inherited the permission. You can limit access for the InTouch developer and InTouch operator for all standalone, and you can limit access for specific applications. So before even opening the application, you have all of these things. Now, a credential manager, in case you want to add new user, and here no need, as you said, to put it in a script. You can add the credential, username, and password and add it to a specific group inside your system. Very easy to access all of these features. Inside Publisher is there, and the OPC UA, just clicking enable OPC UA, and your InTouch become a OPC UA server. Now, as well, for the view, you can change the view from light to dark, depends on how you like to to work on it. And let's go into the WindowMaker to open one of the demos. Okay, so first it will open with what existing windows. We will come to this page later on, but now let's go back and see how the user interface has been changed and modernized. The user interface, now you have everything in front. The main things, the user experience have been well tuned, and it's easier, faster, everything in front of you. For example, here, alarm group right in front of your nose, and tag dictionary, the same old tag dictionary. With simple click for this arrow, you have access for the access name, cross-reference, update use counts, delete unused tags, and external provider. This external provider, if you have an OPC UA, which we don't have here, it will show all the data, the tags for OPC UA. It just told me that you don't have an OPC UA. This will be part of, and other videos, part of small videos, we will call it tips and tricks. Not only this, on the search, you have a search, you can search for window name. It's right there, scripts, tags, and symbol. For example, I have a mixer, a window name mixer, and tags name mixer. Double click and you can reach it. Very simple, very easy to access it. Talking more the draws for the tools, the legacy tools, the animation, same here, properties. We have a view to show and hide some tabs. It's all in front of you, and the help file normally in case of help file for Integration Studio, or the help topic, which is more modernized and faster to find what you are searching for. Let's go back to home here and look at the tabs. Windows script, the old one, but they add a user-defined. We are going to this user-defined, but first let's go for tools. Tag name dictionary is here, and all the configure old ones, but there is simple to access. You have the scripts and something called model and tag name. Under model and tag name, you have systems, all the tags that you create in tag name dictionary, and UDT. This is a user-defined tag. So what is a UDT? UDT is a model, as I said, to create a template in a very easy way. Let's say I have a pump here. Let's create a motor. So in a motor is a new database. I will name it motor 1 as a type 1. And motor is should be with a no, sorry. Motor type 1. And a motor, this needs a member. I have, what is a member? This is the tag CMD to comment. And a CMD is, you can choose from here IO discrete, memory discrete, IO. This is the same as a tag name dictionary. I will choose it now for as a memory discrete. This is run and stop. And you can have the same. This is, you want to be logged event, etc. It's here. You can change it the way that you want. And I have motor as well. As a member, I will add another member, which is the status. Status is running or not. This is read only. So as well, for now, I'll make it, it's a memory discrete. So I have CMD and status. This is for motor 1. I have another type of motor with the same, but that I can read a speed. So I don't need, it's like system platform. You can derive a new derived data type, and you have the motor type 1, and we'll name it 2. Okay. CMD, now you can see it now, it's gray because I cannot really remove them because it's inherited from the motor 1, and add whatever I want. Let's say member, call it speed, and the speed is memory integer. Yeah, this is the template. What if from this type 2 I need tags? Right click, new, and instances. And let's name this one motor, motor underscore 001, for example, or 01. And you can find it here under model tag name. This is the model underscore 001 with 3 tags, CMD, speed, and status. Those you cannot find it in tag dictionary, but it's there in your tag model if you open any graphic or Windows or whatever you want. Here, let's open, for example, a menu to show it for you. So historical alarm. Just want to reach the value. If you go down, let me open it. You have it here. Motor CMD. This is memory integer, speed, discrete, and you have it speed and status. This is the first one. It will make it very easy and faster to develop. Now, second one, let's open. I already prepared some few things in the demo in current alarm, and to see how to work with alarm latching. Go for runtime. Now it will ask, it's a demo, so let me continue. Okay. Now, if you're familiar with InTouch and alarm client control, this is a temperature that is returned to normal, but it's unacknowledged. So in case you acknowledge, let's acknowledge all and put whatever the comment, it will disappear. Some standards or some clients with ask, we needed to keep there and to look at it. This is what we call it alarm latching. However, I have to close it all, close window viewer, and go for file. Go configure, alarms, and it's very simple, just alarm latch enabled, save. And you will have here alarm aids have been updated successfully. While I'm still here under configure, you have a security that same the old one, but the good part of it, if you go for your credential, you'll find all the credentials that you put before. You'll find it here. And a simple communication with AVEVA Connect. This is just to mention it on the pass. So after alarm latching, let me open my current alarm again, mixer, and my menu, and go for runtime. Continue. So I already enabled the alarm latching. I have new alarms here. Right click, acknowledge, and acknowledge all. And let me create here acknowledge. And you can see it's latched. You can see the alarm comment. So you don't need, if you want to look at the acknowledge alarm, you don't need to open historical alarm anymore. It's there in the current alarm. This is 2. 3, let's talk about the SVG. The scalable vector graphics. Scalable vector graphics, I already have a few here. You can find it under in Windows, so SVG. This is simply to check what are the icons, what you need. Those lots of SVG, you can download it, and some of them you can use it. So I already have 2 here. This pen as an icon, and a bar chart, and I like this bar, I want to use it as a KPI. How to do it? Very simple. Let's go back to InTouch HMI, going for graphics, and I have here a bar test. It's a symbol that I create, empty symbol. Let's double click. Okay. The same old symbol editor, but there is new features here. One of them is here next to graphic performance index, you have import SVG. So let's import the pen first. Let's see how it's become. It's simple. So the SVG, it will be transferred to elements, polygons. Every element is like any the elements in the tool can be added and put some alarms, animation, and custom properties for it. The same old way. This is the tools. So it convert the SVG to polygons in my system. Let's see the other one. Actually, I want. I'm sorry. I want the bar chart. And here the bar chart is several polygons. So simply go for an animation that it's related to fill vertically based on a tag to fill it and to see the KPIs. However, I already prepared one graphic here, which is this one. Did I double click it? Okay. I have this graphic. It's the same one, but I removed the third row. I only have level and temperature as a text. It will show the numbers. And these polygons, the first one is related to temperature.pv. I have it in the mixer. And the second one is related to level.pv. Okay. And that's it. Simply open, let's open the KPI. This is the same one, the bar that I have, the mixer, current alarm. Let's open it. The menu, go to runtime. And you can see it's working. And the latching is still working here. Yeah. Now the main or ones of the main new feature that we talk today. Stay tuned. We are working on a series, tips and tricks for InTouch, whatever the features is, and we will. It will be part of small video, 5 to 6 minutes video to tell you how to configure this feature and that feature and that feature. Thank you. Back to you, Shannon. Hello, Shannon.
It would help if my microphone was on. Thank you.
Yeah, we can hear you now. Good.
So I mentioned before the AVEVA InTouch community. So this is something that we are very excited to say that you are all part of as a thank you for registering and attending this webinar. But what is the InTouch community? So it is basically a chance for you to keep up to date with all the latest developments and all the upcoming events and activities that we're going to be running around InTouch. So there's lots of exciting things to look forward to. So next month, we are giving you all exclusive free access to AVEVA InTouch training. So that will be live on our training portal, as I said, next month in June. And you will all receive a link so you can do that in your own time. In November, we will be running a system integrator day. So I know, like I said before, there's a lot of system integrators on this webinar. So this is an event dedicated to you. So it will have various workshops. It will be a chance for you to have discussions with us around what it is that you want to see next. Yeah, so there'll be lots going on that day. That date will be confirmed soon. So as soon as we have that date, we will let you know. There will be limited spaces, but as I said, as you are part of this InTouch community now, you will get preferential seating there. So yeah, keep an eye out for that one. And then ongoing things that we're doing, these are just some examples. There are lots more things going on. So we will be running interactive competitions and challenges. The first one being a build the screen challenge. So this is going to put your knowledge of InTouch to the test as well as your technical skills. So there will be an award for that as well for the winner. If you haven't had a chance to have a play around on InTouch before, if you've not been lucky enough to use it, or you've maybe used it a while ago and want to see all these new and exciting things that Monza has just been showing you, there is a free trial that you can download. So it's fully functional. It has the WindowMaker development in there, which obviously is now part of all the bundles included as standard. So there is no additional license needed for that. So do download that as well. And like I said, have a play around in it and you can see all these amazing things that have been done. And if you saw the video we posted on LinkedIn early this week, you will have heard Monza again saying that we are launching some tips and tricks videos. Those are going to be in both Arabic and English. So keep an eye out for those on YouTube. If you haven't already subscribed, it's worth subscribing just so you can keep up to date with these things. But as I said, we will be notifying you of all the important things. So yeah, the InTouch community, it is more than just talking about software. It is all about growth and knowledge and yeah, continuing to share that. So we will go into the Q&A session now. We have already had some questions come in. Just looking now, there are quite a few there. So we'll do our best to get through what we can. If we don't get round to any of them, then yes, we will come back to you on email separately. So first question for you, Monza. Okay, you mentioned workspace. Could you please elaborate what workspace is?
Okay, great. And I think this is a good video to put it in tips and tricks. Workspace is in InTouch web client. You can, during the runtime, simple drag and drop the graphics into your workspace. This is the workspace. Drag and drop during runtime and it will be ready. We will do it in a video and it's an amazing feature.
Amazing. Another question that's come in. Okay, so it looks nice, but the model of Flex is still challenging. Are there no perpetual licenses for Unlimited?
Yes, Flex is challenging, maybe, but what I demonstrate today is a perpetual, so professional. This is a good thing. Professional and the standard bundle, both of them are perpetual. It's on terms.
Okay. How many applications can I run on one license?
How many application? If you meant to ask how many InTouch window viewer, if you don't have redundancy, it's one window viewer because the window viewer now it's a server with unlimited number of tags, with unlimited numbers of RDS if it's professional and a web client. So you can with web clients and RDS to manage different views here. But the application itself to be running, it's one because it's one window viewer with unlimited web and RDS. Again, window viewer now, it's like a server.
Okay. What is the difference between professional and standard communication driver?
Good question. We said professional and standard unlimited bundles. Regardless, we have communication driver. This is existing. Communication driver, professional, in communication driver, standard. The difference here, standards can run only one communication instance. Let's make it easier, one protocol. The professional can run more than one protocol, 3, 4, 5, so more than one instances. So this is the only difference between a standard and a professional. However, standards you can use any protocol but one. The gateway, OI gateway, except MQTT, it's for free.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay, there's another question that's come in around MQTT. So is it possible to connect to MQTT broker?
Yeah, sure. This is a feature that existed, I believe it started 2017. Now it's more compatible with MQTT. It's very possible, and it's mentioned here. You need only standards or professional communication driver. You can use it with any broker. I tried it. If you look at some of the old videos, I tried it with Mosquito, the broker. But yes, it's working perfectly. MQTT, server, what we call it, server services, and the other. There is many protocols for web service. Yes, web server. We have many protocols for this. MQTT is one of them. REST, JSON, it's all there. It is IoT now. We are opening for IoT.
Right, okay. There are a couple of questions that have come in around training.
Mhm.
So maybe worth you mentioning about our training offering. I'll ask this question now, but then maybe elaborate on it. So, do you offer recorded training for AVEVA 2020, specifically for application server, InTouch for system platform, and Historian?
Come again? Can you please repeat the question?
Yes, sure. So do we offer recorded training for AVEVA 2020? So specifically for application server, InTouch for system platform, and Historian. So do we have recorded
No,
training available for those or?
recording training. 2020
Mhm.
is available for InTouch. However, recording training for application server is 2023. We
Mhm.
are working on 2023 now. InTouch standalone OMI. This is what we are working on. What's offering part of this bundle is InTouch HMI training. For sure, application server. It's not part. The training of application server or system platform generally is not part of this bundle.
Okay, thank you. But yeah, just to reiterate on the training as well, as I mentioned, you will all be getting free access to the InTouch training. Okay, I'm not sure if I understand this one. Can I make a redundant historian server?
Can I make every what exactly?
Can I make a redundant historian server?
Yes, this is part. The historian is actually part of this bundle, but if you need a redundant historian server, you need to, as mentioned, to buy with 50% discount the uh, redundant license, and you can have a redundant historian server.
Amazing. Okay, there's someone asking about importing different types of components here. So can I make a HTML, CSS components and then import them in?
Let's say it in general. What you can import now, the HTML, it's part of the widget. CSS, I think I can check behind it. Not yet there, but the SVG is what's the big deal. Now you can see with every new version, there is really amazing new add-ons and features. So any type, no, not any type of graphics. Some graphics can be added. You can add any image. Yeah, not any, but some formats are not compatible. But yeah, you can add an image, but it will be an image. It will not be transformed to an element in the tools. And here I'm showing what exactly is compatible. Maybe in the future they will be open for more types. It need to be scalable vectors because this is how the industrial graphics are. It's scalable vectors graphics.
Mhm. Yeah, and I mean, as I was saying before, if there are any features that aren't available now, Aviva is very open. They're very open, aren't they? To, like I said, this constant feedback loop. They're always developing in touch and all their solutions based on what it is that people need. So if that is a requirement that isn't available, it's definitely worth. You can feed it back to us. You can feed it back to them, and yeah, it's something that it will be considered for the roadmap development. Seeing if there are any other questions come in. There are, for the couple of questions that I've not asked yet. I think those will take. There'll be a bit of a longer answer, so we're going to come back to you separately on those. Um, I'm just seeing if there are any more. I think that is about it on the questions for now. We'll give it another minute or so for if anyone does have any more. Um, but yeah, as I said, you will all be included in all the upcoming news, and you will have seen also that we sent you out a survey a few days ago. So hopefully we've covered everything that you wanted to see in that. Again, any future webinars that we do look out for those surveys where we'll be asking you what it is that you want us to be showing you, especially these technical webinars. So yeah, as I said, hopefully we have shown you everything you wanted to see. If you do have any further questions, please do get in touch with us. Our team are more than happy to speak to you about any projects that you've got coming up, or just anything you want to know in general about InTouch or any other AVEVA solutions. Okay, so yeah, I think that is everything for today. So again, thank you everyone so much for joining us. We will stay on just for, like I said, a couple more minutes in case any more questions come in. But thank you,
Thank you,
Magda.
Shannon. Thank you, everyone. Thank you. Bye.